Okay, let's look at this question on circle geometry. Circle geometry. We are given this diagram, and in the diagram we are asked to find angle ABC. Angle ABC. And from the diagram, angle ABC, angle ABC, that is this angle. To find this angle. The second question, we are asked to find angle ADC. In the diagram, we have ADC, ADC, that is this angle. Now let's look at the solution. We know that from the theorems of circle geometry, we know that this angle 61 and the angle angle OAB. The addition of the two angles will give us 90 degrees, and that the theorem supporting that is angle between the tangent and a radius is a right angle. Angle between a tangent and a radius is a right angle. So this is a tangent, this is a radius. The angle between them from here to here is 90 degrees. But from this question we are given 61. From here to here is 61 degrees. So let's first of all find this. And to find that, it's going to be angle OAB equals 90 minus 61. The reason is stated the angle between the tangent and the radius, and that is 29 degrees. So that 29 degrees is for angle OAB. That is this small angle here. Also from that diagram, we are given that this angle BAC, angle BAC is 55 degrees. In that angle BAC, we have two angles there. The two angles we have there are angle BAO, that is this angle, and then we have angle OAC. So we can easily find angle OAC, having known the angle BAO, and that's what we found there. Angle OAC plus angle OAC will be equals to 55 minus 29, and that gives us 36 in 26. And then angle OAC will be equals to angle OCA, that is angle OAC. This angle will be equals to this angle. This angle here will be equals to this angle, and the reason being that these angles of an isosceles triangle, because this is a radius, meaning these two sides are equal. And when we have two sides equal in a triangle, and that shows it is an isosceles triangle, so these two angles will be equal. So we can get that that's 26. The two angles will be 26. Now, since the two angles are 26, we can easily find this third angle, sum of angles in a triangle, and that's what we have here. We have OAC plus OCA plus angle AOC equals 180 degrees. Sum of angle in a triangle, that's 26 plus 26 plus AOC equals 180. Now, 26 plus 26 gives us 52. 52 plus AOC equals 180. Therefore, AOC will be 180 minus 52. That gives us 28. So the angle at the center here is 128. So we can easily find angle ABC, having known this angle at the center. And the theorem that we are going to make use of here is angle at the center is twice the angle on the other part of the circumference. So now that we know this place to be 180 to 128, all we need to do is divide that 1 by 2, then we'll be able to get this. And that's what we did here. Angle ABC equals 128 divided by 2. That's angle at the center. And that gives us 64. Alternative method we can use. That alternative method is faster and seems simpler if we know the theorem. We know that if from this diagram, this is a tangent, a straight line, a tangent. And on that tangent, we have 3 angles there. Angle EAB and angle BAC, and we also have angle CAG. Those are 3 angles that form angles on a straight line on that tangent. And so adding those 3 angles together will give us 180 degree, and that's what we have as 61 plus 55 plus angle CAG equals 180 degree. Angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line. So addition of 61 and 55 give us 116. 116 plus CAG equals 180. Now 180 degree minus 116 give us 64. So the angle here will give us 164. Now one of the theorem of circle geometry says angles in alternate segments are equal. If the angle here is 64, this angle here is in alternate segment to this angle B. And therefore, this angle and this angle are equal. So that's another method we can use. And that gives us solution to question 1. Then for question 2, we are asked to find angle ADC. Angle ADC. To find angle ADC, one of the theorems in circle geometry says opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. What does that mean? That is addition of the 2 angles facing each other in a cyclic quadrilateral. Addition of the 2 angles must give you 180. That's when we say 2 angles are supplementary. So these 2 opposite angles are supplementary. So adding it together must give us 180. So if the first one here is 64, and we want to find the second one, which is angle ADC, what we just need to do is to say ADC plus 64 equals 180. ADC equals 180 minus 64, and that gives us 116. So it means this angle here is 116. There is also another alternative method we can use for that. The alternative method we can use is that we will first of all find this angle here. We first of all find this angle. When we find this angle, how do we find this angle? We've gotten this one before. The angle here has been gotten, and then we can easily find this second angle, which is the reflex angle AOC. So once we are able to find the reflex angle AOC, divide it by 2. The theorem supporting it is what? Angle at the center. We divide this angle by 2, then it gives us this angle. The explanation is what we have here. I don't want this video to be too long, so that's why I will not take my time to explain that. So we have the solution here. Go through it. I know you understand it when you study the solution. Thank you.